Salute, folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker, and I've returned today to whap and tap on your head with another ADH Wealth Solution article. Today, we're reading an article from Forbes in their lifestyle section about cars and bikes. Before I go in, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. So as we proceed to give you what you need, as you all know, I am a Mercedes enthusiast, as are a lot of people in the underworld. So we're going to read this article from Forbes magazine about daring to ask a mobster boss why he drives a black Mercedes S-Class. Several years ago, I had the rare opportunity to meet and interview a Yakuza boss in Tokyo. That's Japanese for mobster, or more plainly put, the Japanese version of the mafia. That S72, oh my god, that's a beautiful car. There were many questions I felt compelled to ask, but after careful thought, I decided to stick with automotive topics because after all, I had introduced myself as a motoring journalist, and so innocent car talk seemed like the best way to stay on topic and maintain my health, the latter being the most important. While the tattooed gentleman and his bodyguard did agree to the interview, he requested that I refrain from using the name of their syndicate and his name for security reasons. I agreed immediately. As a fan of Michael Douglas's 1989 Yakuza movie, Black Rain, I knew that honoring a request like this is a safe policy to have. After living in Japan for 30-odd years, the idea for the interview came from a simple yearning to understand why mobsters drive black Mercedes S-Class saloons, why the cars have tinted windows, and why those cars are always left-hand drive, given that over 90% of the Japanese drive right-hand drive cars. After many weeks of tiptoeing around potential cross-cultural minefields and careful diplomacy to locate a possible candidate, one Yakuza syndicate boss finally agreed to speak to me because, as I read it, he was intrigued with the foreign media. We agreed to meet in a park in central Tokyo. While I was sweating bullets, thankfully, Japanese mobsters don't usually carry guns. What did surprise me, however, was the extent of their politeness and concentration on what this insignificant reporter was asking. The questions I asked were not the style a Japanese writer wouldn't dare ask. Why? Because they think it's too direct, or that they already know the answers. Maybe, but dare I say, a foreign writer has a little more license. Although there are still rules, and I thought that even if the answers might seem obvious for those who live here, it is still a worthwhile story to get an actual Yakuza to answer these questions in person. So using my best, most polite Japanese language, I started the interview. Of all the luxury European sedans on sale today, why do you drive S-Class sedans? I asked. As expected, the boss's reply centered on the Mercedes' strong build quality, as well as the car's grunt and high status. The S-Class is strong, has plenty of power, looks classy on the road, and has a lot of luxury inside. I also think it's built well and is very reliable. Nothing really comes close except maybe a Lexus LS, he added. Good reply. After having driven many S-Class Mercedes over the year as part of my job, I cannot fault that answer. Wouldn't dare. Mercedes will certainly be happy to hear this appraisal, that's for sure. Of course, what he was really doing was handing me a metaphor for how the mobsters see themselves. In the highly formal, hierarchical, and sometimes dangerous world they live in, showing power, stability, strength, and reliability is imperative. Next question. Why do you have such dark tinted windows? Without any hint of hesitation, he answered, because we like our privacy. It also pays off when certain people, he meant rivals, cannot see inside our car. Notice that he said nothing about wanting to keep out UV rays or lower the sunlight entering the car. As a matter of fact, I was kind of expecting his answer, but to hear him say it directly to me reinforced the fact that they value privacy and on-road anonymity more than most. But then again, when you see a black Merc with tinted windows in Tokyo, you can kind of guess that someone who wants to stay incognito might be inside. Now, to my third question, why is your Mercedes left-hand drive? Smiling cautiously, he replied, they do come in both, including right-hand drive, but the left-hand drive version carries more status in Japan. He didn't have to say any more, because everyone knows in Japan, at least, left-hand drive versions of just about any car do carry more status and actually hold higher resale values. Good. Yes, another answer that was kind of expected, but it was reassuring to hear him mention status, because that is everything to them and their syndicate. To be seen in a black S-Class is the height of status in their world. And if it's left-hand drive and tinted, that's even better. Not wanting to overstay my welcome, I politely wrapped up the interview, thanked them, bowed, and made a respectful exit. As the Yakuza boss explained when he briefly spoke about respect in his world, you have to know your place and show the right level of respect. Otherwise, things can get out of hand. Quickly. Point taken, sir. So that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And for shits and giggles, ladies and gents, I might just add some photos of my black Merc E-Class that I bought with tinted windows, even though I didn't want tinted windows, but I do have tinted windows on my black E-Class. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, wipe ass. Work in progress, every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress, every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress, every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.